Hey guys, and welcome back to our at-home body weight workout series. This is workout number 3 in our series today. Again, kind of following up on the same style as exercise or workouts 1 and 2. We're going to be doing our circuits, hitting the whole body, having a good time, getting that heart rate up, burning some calories, and feeling good as we're going through this quarantine together. So we'll get right into it. Our first 3 exercises, we're going to have alternating jump lunges. It's a new one from the last couple weeks. Our Spider-Man push-ups, as well as our single leg glute bridge. So if you're ready, let's get into it. Starting off is our alternating jumping lunge. Essentially what you're going to do, I'll start from the side here. You're going to do a forward lunge, split stance, dropping that back leg into that good lunge position. From here, you're going to explode into a jump and switch foot positions. Should look something like this. Okay. From the front here, again, good forward split stance to start off. Drop that back leg to the ground, keep your body nice straight up. We're going to jump and switch legs, land in that good lunge position. Might lose your balance, that's perfectly fine. Land nice and softly. And go. One of the things you can do if that's a little too difficult is start in that lunge and jump to starting position again. Then switch legs and use that jump to get right back to the starting position. If you're not comfortable jumping back and forth, take that first stance, drop that down, and jump back. Then switch legs. If you can though, try the alternating in air. Next, we've got our Spider-Man push-ups. You might remember these from workout number 1. If not, it's just a variation to our normal push-up. For our normal push-ups, start in that tall plank, dropping that chest to the ground and pushing back up. This time, we're bringing our legs involved. We're going to bring our left knee up to that left elbow as you're lowering to the ground. Okay? As we go down, we bring that left leg up and back to that starting position. Now we switch sides. Now our right knee to our right elbow. And back up. If it's too difficult doing it in a tall plank, do it from your knees. That's perfectly acceptable. Still bring that knee up to that elbow and back up. Keeping that body from your head, through your shoulders, through your hips, through your knees in that nice straight line. From the side, it looks a little something like this. Cool, and that's our Spider-Man push-ups. Again, just like any of our other push-ups, you can do them on an elevated surface, or if you want an extra challenge, put your feet up on that elevated surface and do a decline style. Last one in this first circuit is our single leg glute bridge. Starting on our backs here, I like to put my arms straight out to the side for balance. All you're going to do is lift one of your feet up off the ground, keeping that other foot planted underneath your knee, pushing through the hips and glutes straight up towards the ceiling. Keep that nice balance through that foot on the ground and back down. Push up and back down. And we switch sides, pushing out through that left foot and back down. You'll feel that nice squeeze through those glutes and a little bit in that hamstring. If you feel it in your lower back, try not to extend so high up. Drop those hips just a little bit. Create a nice line from your knees to your shoulders. So, to recap for our first circuit, we've got our body weight alternating jump lunges. You're going to do 8 on each leg. Then we've got our Spider-Man push-ups, 5 with each leg. And then our single leg glute bridge, 12 on each leg. Go through our first round, take a 2 to 3 minute break, and then repeat for 2 more rounds for a total of 3 rounds in that first circuit. Good luck in your first 3 rounds, and I'll see you here in a couple minutes for round 2. Welcome back, guys. Welcome back to circuit number 2. Hopefully circuit number 1 kicked your butt in the best of ways and that you're ready to go for number 2 here. As for our second circuit here, we're going to do single arm rows. We've got squat jumps as well as our pike push ups. So This one, you don't necessarily, again, you don't need anything for added weight or resistance or anything, but if you do have something, this will be the time to do it, especially for these rows. We don't have weights or dumbbells here right now. Haven't started my at-home or my home gym yet, but this quarantine's giving me a reason to start looking. But I do have a backpack here filled with textbooks that have just been sitting around waiting to be used, and now is their time to shine. We got about, I'd say probably 10 to 15 pounds of books in here. It's nothing too crazy, but it's going to get the job done for us. So if you're ready, well, let's get going. I don't know what that shimmy is, but now it's just becoming a thing. So for our bent over rows, my bag here has a bottle holder on the side that I'm going to use to hold on to it, okay? We're going to keep it with our hand, try to keep it with our hand palms facing in. What you'll do here is you'll hinge your hips back, keeping that back nice and straight so that way your support is all through the trunk here rather than on your lower back. You want to keep that base nice and supported. You don't want to feel this in your lower back. All your weight should be held in those legs, in those glutes. From here, I've got the bag in my hand. Again, palms facing in, arms straight down. All you're going to do is pull that elbow straight back as high as you can, keeping that hand close to that body, and drop back down to starting position. Try not to over-rotate. Try to keep your core nice and strong. Keep that body nice and straight, and pull that elbow straight back. Okay. From the front view, it's going to look a little something like this. You can hold your arm here to balance yourself out with your other hand. Put it on the side. You can have it just kind of hanging out. I prefer to balance it for extra support. And again, palm facing in, pulling that elbow straight in. Keep that nice and tight. You should be feeling this right over top of that shoulder blade, right in that middle back, right between your shoulder blades. Okay? And we'll switch hands. Same thing. Keeping that elbow nice and tucked, chest straight down towards the ground. Try not to overly rotate. Nice core engagement. Don't feel any of this in my lower back. Good. Now if you want, you can throw that backpack on for our squat jumps. If not, body weight's going to be fine. Second exercise, like I said, is our squat jumps. Take our stance about shoulder width, maybe a little bit wider, whatever's comfortable. Toes pointing slightly out, body nice and straight, looking good. We're gonna squat down as low as is comfortable. Doesn't need to be all the way down. It can just be a little bend in the knees. It can be all the way down, whatever you feel comfortable, whatever you wanna do. The further down you get, the more increased tension you're getting in the body, the more energy you're gonna have to explode up. From there, like I said, we drop down and we jump up as high as you can. Be careful of ceilings if you're inside. Even a little hop is going to be fine. Getting down, just a little hop up is fine. It's all about getting into that squat and using the energy to explode up, even just a little bit. Now, if you jump high, make sure you soften that landing. Use your feet, your ankles, and your knees to soften that blow. Have a little bit of give when you land, so that way you don't bust those knees. Last one in this circuit is our Pike Push Ups. If you weren't here for workout number 1 last week, here's a reminder of how to do them. We start in what's called a pike position. It's also known to the yoga community more as like a downward dog. The idea here is that we got our arms down and our feet nice and straight. You can have your knees bent a little bit, but the idea is that you're creating a pike position with your body facing the ground here. Now the idea of the pike push-up is to take a little bit of stress off the chest and put it more on that shoulder, because we're in that position going down towards the ground and pushing ourselves back up, kind of like imitating a modified shoulder press. Okay? So from that good tight tall pike position, we just kind of keep our elbows tucked in, lowering ourselves toward that ground, and press back up. Try not to hit your head on the ground, but it's going to feel like you're about to. Down, and back up. Now that motion, keeping those elbows in, brings in a lot of the triceps. It's going to strengthen those up as we strengthen up our shoulders and our chest as well. And that's it for our second circuit. As a reminder, this circuit is our single arm bent over rows, squat jumps, and pike push-ups. You're going to do 15 on each arm of the rows, 12 total squat jumps, and 10 total pike push-ups for 3 rounds. Again, take that 2 to 3 minute break in between each round, and I'll see you here in a couple minutes. Bye. What's up, guys? Welcome back to circuit number 3. I don't know about you, but I am starting to sweat a little bit, and all I'm doing is demonstrating how to do these. So I can only imagine that you guys are feeling fantastic right now. All right, enough about that. Let's get into these last two exercises. I know you guys are ready to be finished, so let's hit it, and let's hit it strong. We've got our dumbbell uppercut. Again, you don't need to use dumbbells. You don't need to use weight if you don't need to or don't have anything available. But if you have it, the added resistance is going to make it a little more challenging and get it to be a little bit better for you. And the last thing we're going to do is a new exercise called a weighted wood chop. It's going to work our core. So if you guys are ready, let's get to it. Almost forgot the shimmy. All right, so for our uppercut, I'm going to use a book here out of that book bag. That's a little bit of resistance, not too much. It's just a little book here. So the idea of the uppercut here is working our shoulders, working a little bit of that core with that twist. Starting with our palms facing in. If you want, you can have a book in each hand. I'm just going to do single arm at a time. From here, you're going to twist and push your arms straight up and come back to that starting position. Try to be on a position, on a surface that allows you to rotate. I've just got hardwood floors in my socks here, so what that does is that allows me to lift that back heel, gets a little bit more body twist. I feel a little bit more core engagement and straight up. Feel a nice stretch through that core, but a nice resistance on those shoulders as I push up. Come back to start and repeat. Again, if you have two different weights in your hand, you can always alternate. Or again, do one side at a time. Either way is fine. If you don't have a surface that feels good for that twisting, that's fine. Just twist that body as much as you can and feel that good, nice push straight upwards. Okay? And the last thing we're doing, weighted wood chop. I'm going to put the book back in here because I want that extra weight. What we're going to do here is essentially a twisting motion for your core. So I'm going to hold this book bag on either end. Got the weights in there, got the books in there nice and stable. Got my good position like I would for squats, nice athletic stance. Holding that weight down and across my body. I'm starting by my left hip here. I'm going to swing it out and around, coming straight up and ending in a high position here. Okay? That weight, that resistance is working on my arms, and then I come right back down. Okay? Twist up and twist back down. Kind of like twisting again like our dumbbell uppercuts. Back up and back down. And you should feel this all through your core, your obliques. And if you have a weight, you're going to feel that in your arms after all those workouts we did, holding that weight. You can keep that weight close to you if you want for an easier move. If you want it more difficult, simply move that weight farther away from your body. Okay? And then we'll repeat the other way, starting by the right hip, twisting up to the left side. Okay? We got 3 rounds of that. You got 18 on each side of the uppercuts. And we've got 12 on each side of the wood chops, low to high. Again, 3 rounds. Take a 2 to 3 minute break in between round 1 and 2, and again between rounds 2 and 3, and finish up strong. You're almost there. Knock it out. Have a great evening. Talk to you guys later.